Okay, so this is your walkthrough for the nuclear equations worksheet 1. This is going to be numbers 1 through 5. So let's get started. Number 1, you have potassium 42 with an atomic number of 19, and that is going to eject 0 over 1 E, which is what we call a beta particle, just an electron, to form something. And so the way you solve this something is you're just doing an equation up here based on the top numbers and the bottom numbers, with the arrow being your equal sign. So in this case I have 42 equals 0 plus what? And of course 42 plus 0 equals 42. So this is 42. And then on the bottom I would have 19 equals -1 plus what? And 20 plus -1 equals 19. So 20 on the bottom here. And then to find the chemical symbol, of course, you should know that in this isotopic notation, the bottom is the atomic number. So you just look up the atomic number on the periodic table. So the atomic number 20 on the periodic table is calcium. And you're done. Next up, number 2. Number 2 is uranium-235. Has 92 protons. And it is going to break apart into something we don't know, and thorium-231. So your top equation would look like 235 equals X plus 231. So 4 plus 231 equals 235. So our top number is 4, and then on the bottom you have 92 equals what plus 90. So 2 plus 90 equals 92. So this would be 2. And then again, this bottom number is your atomic number. So 2 on the atomic numbers on your periodic table shows you this is helium. And when you have this 4 over 2 helium, we call this an alpha particle, or a helium nucleus is ejected from the nucleus of whatever, in this case uranium-235. All right, moving on. Number 3. 3, you have 1 over 1H, which is just a proton by itself, and then 3 over 1H, which is a proton with 2 neutrons. This, I believe, is what you call tritium. Anyway, and it forms some unknown whatever over here. So your first equation would be 1 plus 3 equals what? And of course, that's 4. And then on the bottom you have 1 plus 1 equals what? And that would be 2. So what did you form? You formed helium-4, or you formed that alpha particle. All right, get a new page for the last 2. Number 4, you have lithium-4. You have lithium-6, and it is being hit with a 1 over 0N. That is a neutron. So you're not going to see this on the periodic table. Of course, there is nothing on the periodic table with an atomic number of 0, so hopefully that makes sense. It is going to form a 0 over -1, and that is the Greek symbol for beta. Remember earlier I used 0 over -1 with an E. These two things are the same. It's just you'll see it sometimes represented with the Greek letter B for beta, and sometimes, since a beta particle is an electron, you'll see it represented with the lowercase e that we use to represent electrons. Get that out of the way. And then we add that also to a helium nucleus, which is an alpha particle, and it forms what? So your equation here is 6 plus 1 equals 0 plus 4 plus what? So 4 plus 0 is 4, plus 3 would give us the 7 that we need for over here. So we're going to have a 3 on top, and then on the bottom numbers you have 3 plus 0 equals -1 plus 2 plus what? So you have 3 on this side, -1 plus 2 gives you 1, so plus 2 would give me 3. So I have 2 on the bottom. Again, to figure out what the bottom is, you look on the periodic table. 2 protons makes it a helium, and so you can see here you have helium-4 and helium-3. Nothing different about their atomic numbers or their number of protons, so they're both helium, but they have different masses because they have different number of neutrons, which you would call these two things isotopes. Helium-3 and helium-4 are isotopes of helium. All right, and finally, we get to number 5, which has aluminum-27, being hit with an alpha particle or a helium nucleus, and it forms phosphorus-30 and something that we don't know. So set up the equation for the top numbers. 27 plus 4 equals 30 plus what? So over here you have 31, so 30 plus what equals 31, and that of course would be 1. And then on the bottom you have 13 plus 2 equals 15 plus what? Since this is 15, and you already have 15, 15 plus 0 equals 15, so that would make a 0 on the bottom. If you have just one thing in the nucleus, but no protons, then it means you're talking about a neutron. So 1 over 0 is always a lowercase n or neutron. And that takes care of the first 5. Hopefully that's making sense to you. If not, remember, you can always ask me questions about this. Pause it while you're watching it. And also, if you just want more knowledge on what exactly is going on, just feel free to ask and I'll fill in as much as I can.